Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Once again, it's Sunday. It's not Father's Day, but this is a shirt that my son-in-law and my daughter bought me while they were going to the University of Victoria. We go, hey Megan and Mike. Anyways, so about last week sometime, I had a roll of Fujifilm Superia 400 extra CH, and I threw it in the Nikon FE. Right? I don't even like this right here. My daughter actually bought me this for Christmas a few years back, and what an awesome! I just don't have enough. Can't say enough good things about this camera, but I can say that if you're gonna buy one, make sure you buy one that's near mint or like new that has been tested, because these some of these old cameras do have issues that may cost you more to fix than it is to just buy a one in really good shape in the first place. There's some advice for you. Second advice, I won't be you probably won't be seeing me shoot any more color film. The it's just not my thing. You know, in the 80s, I used to shoot color film. I've done some weddings and stuff in the 80s. And the colors were always accurate. You know, I don't even remember what the name of the film was back then. But the colors were always accurate. We didn't have, I didn't have problems with blue color cast or magenta color cast that I seem to be running into today with all these new films that I've been trying, and I've spent enough money on it to realize if I'm gonna want color, I'll just go digital. Like, you know, that might shock some of you, but it's not in my best interest to throw a whole bunch of money out the door and try to fix something that isn't my problem. It's you know. And by far, this Fujifilm, I have to say, is the best film that I've shot so far. I've shot Portra 400, Portra 160. I've shot at least 20 rolls of each of that stuff in the different formats. And a lot of times you end up going, you know what? Even if you send it out and get it scanned to different professionals, it's always coming back with something wrong, something different, each shot a little different than each other. And you know, you're not, I don't think, I honestly don't think you're being told the whole story. You know, we can't say that people are lying, but they're definitely omitting some information, because if you go on our platform here, YouTube, and you start watching some smaller you know, lower subs, you know, like me, you know, content providers that are shooting this film, you'll see they're all coming up with some common problems with this film, and they're admitting it and they're showing it. But what I'm beginning to become suspicious about is some of the most popular people on content creators going, I shot 10 rolls in 1 week, you know, and they show you six photos. And you're going, well, why did you shoot 10 rolls of film but you're only showing 6 photos? I've never understood that concept. It's maybe that's what you have to do. They show you doing some B-roll, them taking photos and that, but you know, if I shot 6 rolls of film, you know, or 10 rolls of film, you'd have probably 300 photos, and you'd know that by going back and having a look at some of my stuff. There's sometimes over 100 photos. So I'm suspicious about that, and I think a lot of us have a right to be. And I from a lot of information I'm gathering from the lower subscriber type people like me, that they're running into all these same problems, and they're trying different developing methods, different scanning methods. They're sending it off to different places, and sometimes they send it to a different place and it comes back different. You know what? Color film, you can have it. I'm not paying $30 a roll for something that's not going to work right. You know, come on. Like the digital cameras, my D300s are banging out photos like crazy for free if I want color. But now, when we come to black and white, that's a totally different story. That is a totally. I'm an Ilford man. I am shooting some Pan F, but when that runs out, Ilford only. I've done my testing over the last few years, and everything Ilford says their products do, they do. I've never had an issue with Ilford film. Everything they say their products do, they do. Black and white. So it's sometimes this lomography and this fomopan stuff. I'm running into a few issues here and there with it, and definitely when I got into some of the Potsdam and the Berlin and all some of that stuff. If you look way back, I was having nothing but problems with that stuff. You know, so maybe I'm a little fussy. That could be, but if I want to have something look funny in my expressionism photography, I'd like to have control of it, right? Not to have it put in there for me. So that's my little spew, and I hope I didn't bend any feelers or hurt anyone's feelings or bend some feelers somewhere where you're all bent out of shape. But let's face it, and we got a bunch of people running around with Portra, and the company's saying this is a professional film made for portraits, but they're doing landscapes and everything with it. So you're not using the film what it's meant to be. I don't know. Digital, right? Digital for color. That's my thoughts. That's my views. I'm allowed to have them, right? I do. I live in Canada. I'm allowed to have my thoughts and views. So here we go. So here's what I did. I ran out. I was using it to do some test shots on some other secret things I'm doing. So you're not going to see all the photos because I'm keeping that quiet. Some of the stuff I'm doing until I get it all organized and perfected. But I did get some train graffiti. And you will notice in some of this train graffiti that all of a sudden when I got up close to the train, the brown reddish red oxide primer color train, and in full sun, everything turned magenta no matter what you did. So if you try to fix it, it changed all the other colors on the graffiti. So I wasn't too impressed, but other stuff, it was like, holy smokes, this was the best film I've ever shot. But I'm sad to say, bye color film. It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm glad that I got a chance to do it. I'm happy that I did it, a lot for you guys as well, so you could see it. I'm happy with some of the results, but it's just not me. It's not for me. And then running up to now with some of this stuff, $30 by the time you pay taxes a roll. That ain't happening. That's insane. It's not doing special magical stuff. In fact, what I'm seeing coming out of a lot of this film is it's like a Hogwarts fantasy colors. Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. Not for me. But black and white film, I'm in, because each film that I use, especially the Ilfords, they have a different grain structure. They have a different look. They have a different contrast display. It's perfect for art, right? It's perfect for me. It's perfect for my expressionism that I feel this is what a lot of my photography is expressionism. And there you have it. So here's the results. Like, subscribe, click the bell. I hope you like the photos. And here we go. Train graffiti is so amazing. Some of these artists are just, it's just mind-boggling how fast they can throw something up on the side of a huge train. But they tape over the numbers, if you notice, because they have respect. So it's not graffiti like you would see people slapping stuff on someone's fence somewhere. This is actually art. See you guys later. Take it easy. Heading into the week tomorrow. See you later. Oh, Nikon FE. Oh, 35 to 70, 2.8. That's what I use, the 35 to 70, 2.8. This is these AF 2.8 trilogy that you can get, the Trinity or the Holy Trinity, I guess. I don't have the 2.8 780 to 200, but I will be getting it, so I have the whole Trinity set of the 2.8s, and I really like them. And they work on all my cameras all the way back to the F, to the Nikkor mat. I can use them. They work on everything. Okay, see you guys later. Maybe have a light beer tonight.